Brace for impact. This is Boomer, and I'm here with a Transformers toy review for you. I've been reviewing Transformers for about 5 minutes now. I've been collecting them for much longer than that. I think I know a thing or two about Optimus Prime, so appropriately, we're going to be starting with the Transformers Earthrise Optimus Prime. I felt like this was a good figure to start doing reviews on because it's Optimus Prime. He's one of the, if not the most iconic character of one of the most iconic toy franchises in toy history. He's one of my favorite characters, but I feel like that makes me basic by saying that, but I don't care. He's so good and wholesome and great, and they really don't capture that in the Michael Bay movies whatsoever. Earthrise Optimus Prime is a leader class figure in the Transformers Earthrise series. We're starting with him in vehicle mode because that just makes sense. Let's start with just his truck cab. Let's get the trailer out of here. And let's just start with him as a truck cab. Gosh, he looks so good. Look at him there. He's perfect. He's just, he looks so nice. I guess he's just a collection of squares and rectangles, but what do you expect? It's a flat-nosed truck from the 80s. They don't make trucks like that. Why don't they make trucks like that anymore? We got a few other guys to compare him to here. Here is a, classic Generation 2 Optimus Prime. Full confession, I don't actually own an original Generation 1 Optimus Prime. I'm ashamed to admit it. That being said, I think I still know enough about Optimus Prime to fill in the gaps. Here he is next to the Generation 2 Optimus Prime, which is, of course, just a reissue of the Generation 1 Optimus Prime. Honestly, this Earthrise version of him, proportions are a little bit different, but for the most part, he's the same. Same size, same scale, same look, same everything. Here he is. This is the Classics Optimus Prime from 2005, 2004. And here he is next to Transformers Prime Optimus Prime, another one of my favorites. I really like Transformers Prime as a cartoon. I feel like it's the Batman the Animated Series of Transformers cartoons. Let's get a little bit more into the detail of this figure. Let's get this out of here. You can see he's got really nice paint applications. Autobot logo here looks great. I'm a little confused that he's got like an extra grill up here, because here's his grill, and then there's another grill, but whatever. Got a few hard points. Boop, here, and then two up here, and then one in the middle. And of course, these are for a attaching of the basic 5mm post accessories. I think it's 5mm. Only real gripe on this mode, and it's a minor gripe to even go into, but he's got these little fuel tanks here, and those they don't lock into place in his truck mode, and they pop off. Let me just pop that back in there. That's pretend that didn't happen. But these seem to pop in very easily. That's part of the transformation, and that's okay. But it would be nice if they were able to kind of lock a little bit more securely into place. But I'm just nitpicking. But yeah, he looks great. You got a 5mm post here, which allows the trailer to attach. But what do you say we transform him? Golly, he looks good. I haven't really felt this good about an Optimus Prime figure since the Transformers Robot Masters Optimus Prime, and he was a little bit small, and to be honest with you, mine broke within like a week of my purchase, which, gosh, that was just a real bummer. But back to this Optimus Prime. What's not to say? Look at this. It's Optimus Prime. Good proportions, good posability. You've got those rocking ankles, which in real life it looked like it would probably break your ankles, but he's a robot, so it's fine for him. This knee articulation, now it's not double jointed, but I'm so impressed with how far those knees can bend, being single jointed. I guess that's a side effect of putting that joint a little bit far back, but whatever. He has some waist articulation that is hampered by the only kibble that you'll find on this figure, which is these wheels on the back. And if you're bothered by this kibble, look at this. Look at that. It just comes off. And then you can just rotate that waist until you get tired of rotating that waist. Arms go all the way out. You got those swivels right there. Elbows go pretty good. And look at this. They even gave him some finger articulation. Look at those little fingers. This little hand can open. Burp, 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 burp. And lastly, head's on a ball joint. So, yeah, you can get some real nice poses out of this figure. He's just, oh man, he's so good. As far as accessories go, he has really just his ion blaster. His palm and his thumb really kind of fit that 5mm hole. And his blaster, it just fits in just so nicely. But, of course, that's not all. The really cool thing about this Optimus Prime, his chest opens up to reveal the Matrix of Leadership, which, that's a big deal. The Matrix can come out over here. Let me pop that out real quick. And it is cast in a translucent blue plastic. Probably, I mean, it's the same plastic that goes to his window chest. But it is painted with this gold and silver paint. Fun thing about it is it's got a standard 5mm hole. It's all shooting off some kind of matrix power. And if you're so inclined, hey, you can attach it to his gun. So maybe then his gun is able to shoot some kind of... But really the other main accessory he's got to talk about is the trailer. It opens up, as it should, into a base mode. It's, of course, plenty of space to store accessories and stuff like that. Unfortunately, unlike the original Optimus, it can't really store other Autobots. I've got the little turret thing, and this is... it's fine. It's fine. But let's talk about the price point of this action figure. This is a leader class Transformers figure, which comes in at $49.99 MSRP. So that's $50. Optimus himself, he is pretty much a Voyager class figure. When you get down to it, it's a $30 figure. The trailer, on the other hand, it's so... They could have included this for $9.99. This is minimal engineering. Like, there's no paint applications. On the original toy, this was blue. It had a whole little translucent cockpit there. It was more than this. And I don't want to completely discount this. They got this little shield that comes out, attaches to Optimus's arm, and, that's cool. But all of these nitpicks aside, I do really like this figure. I paid retail price for him. I don't regret it. There's a few complaints, but those really just come from being a lifelong Transformers fan. But this Optimus Prime is great. He is worth it. He looks good. He's good. He's posable. And I, for one, would be happy to add him to my shelf of Optimus Primes.
Ah, crap. Thanks so much for watching my first video. If you like this and want more content from me involving toys, video games, and other fanciful creative things, be sure to like and subscribe. If you have something to say, leave a comment. Until you see me again, brace for impact.